What's up, my fellow traders? Hope you all having an awesome weekend and hope you're all enjoying your weekend. So our weekend's video as usual. So in this weekend's video, we're going to talk about something beneficial that will help you to understand trading more efficiently, and also going to talk about some strategies, some trades we took in the live session, in the priority group, and also the trade I've been mentioning on my YouTube videos and how nicely they reacted out of the zones, and also the commodity zones report I've sent to the members. Almost every single commodity, wheat, palladium, copper, and all the other commodities, I'm going to show you how nicely it reacted out of the zones. And in the second part, we're going to do analysis of natural gas, gold, silver, crude oil, and I'm also going to add copper today. And if we enter the trades with conditions, with rules, you see the results will be amazing. And talking about the results, and what do we have right here this year so far? As you can see, half year has been gone, is June, and so far the results are insane. As you can see, since until date we have a 98% of gains, and we are 74% up, almost 75% up in the winning ratio. And as you can see, we are almost doubled the account balance, but that doesn't mean it's gonna stay the same. This year so far it's been an amazing year, but the results can change dramatically. That is why when you see these type of results, doesn't mean you start increasing your risk or you start changing your strategies. Very important, stay consistent, because consistency will only take you to the next level in a long run, because this type of results can also give you euphoria, and also you might think that nothing can stop you now in trading, and you start increasing the risk and start losing money, whatever you made, by increasing the risk in every single trade, upcoming trades that will destroy all your money. So make sure, very important, stay consistent and also stay disciplined. So far we are up with this trades, and right here as you can see, that would be a winning trade, NZD CAD. The reason I've done it in yellow, because as you can see right here, that doesn't look like a losing trade, right? Because I traded this on IC markets, and I've holded this trade over the weekend, and I forgot to remove my stop loss. What I normally do when I hold my trades over the weekend, I sometimes remove my stop loss, put it back on once the spread is normal. As you know, the spread is really high when the market is open due to rollover. That is why that day I forgot to remove my stop loss, and with the gap on my brokers platform, it hit my stop loss. But here on Owanda, as I trade on Owanda as well, that was not a losing trade, that was a winning trade, because they normally don't open spreads, and the spread is really tighter here on Owanda. Because I use leverage, sometimes I use my main broker as IC market. So that's why I count it as a losing trade, as it hit my stop loss on IC market, and most of you also trade on the other platform. So count this as a losing trade right here, but we had some good trades as well. And as you can see, last week we only took 2 trades. Why shall we enter more trades when there is no opportunities? A week before that, as you can see, these were the only 2 trades, natural gas and NZD JPY, I took last week. But week before that, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, and the reason is we had more opportunities, nice trading opportunities. And last week there were some trading opportunities, but the market conditions were not looking great. That's why I decided to stay back. Markets were choppy last week, that's why I decided to stay back and look for some nice opportunity. We only had one nice opportunity, NZD Japanese yen. The market was trending nicely, that's why we decided to enter this trade. And let me show you that. As you can see on the screens, we had a nice trading opportunities, and this was a trade that was mentioned in my live session, and then I've sent this trade to my members, to my priority members. This was the only one trade we took, and that was initial 66 pips targets. That's why I've entered 66 pip here, because these results are based on 1-to-1, because 1-to-1 is something I suggest to beginners. Once you gain your confidence, once you are profitable using 1-to-1, then you start managing your trade. And I've also a lesson in my course where I teach you how to manage your trades in different type of manners. But here 66 was entered using 1-to-1, and all these trades are based on 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and by managing that, the results will be different and better. So but still we are profitable. As you can see, the results are right in front of you, and by the end of the year I'm going to show you exactly when I send these trades to my members with the exact timestamp, with a date, like I did for the last year, so that all the keyboard warriors come here and say, no, this was a trade not actually sent to the members. That is why I'm going to show you the exact time when I send these trades, when the trade just happened without hitting the target. So I'm going to show that by the end of the year. So stick with me. If you have any questions or any doubts, that will be clear by then. But you can also check out my last year's result. I've shown all the trades with the timestamps as well. So coming back here, NZD Japanese yen, I've managed this trade right here till this black black line, as you can see, 117 pips target has been hit. The reason is that was a major level on a weekly time frame. That is why I don't want to go above this level for my stop loss. And as you can see, the wick from here the market has fallen dramatically. That is why I don't want to go above this area. And let's see how it goes. It might goes up and keep on trending up. It might not, but I'm out. I've pulled the money out of the market, and that is what we need to do. Pull the money, take your profits, don't be greedy, and move ahead for the next trade. And then we have natural gas, the first losing trade of the year for me, and as you can see for the members as well. All this blue on my natural gas trade, none of them were a losing trade except the one. Like I said, the results can't be same every month, and this was the only one that hit my stop loss. In the whole year, I've not taken many natural gas trade because I only enter the trade once I see a good and perfect condition. This was the perfect condition, but stop loss was hit. That is cool and that is fine. So on the other end, nice take profit hit. So that is what I want to show you, how nicely, but just by following some rules, your conditions, your strategy, you can become profitable and full-time trader as well. And coming now to the commodities reports I've sent to the members, but before that, one zone that has played out nicely, forex report I've sent to the members. I'm going to show you that, and then we're going to move ahead to the commodity zones report, where I'm going to show you all the commodities that played out nicely from the zones I've sent to the members. Now we have this report I've sent to the members, GBPCHF. That was a report that played out nicely. Last week we had so many zones that has played out, but this week just one. That is fine. We had one opportunity, which is fine. Good quality trade. So GBPCHF that pushed down and hit the level of major resistance and major support. And what do we have right here? Price hit the support area, forms a bullish engulfing pattern right here, and that nicely hit take profit. Now that was a weak entry, and if you are my student, you know why that is a weak entry, but a valid entry. And recently, a couple of days ago, we took an entry right here at the level of support, exactly the same entry, bullish engulfer. That was a support at that time, and which was broken, turned into resistance, and then pushed lower, but that did not play out. Doesn't mean that I'm going to stop taking an entries exactly like this. I've taken exact entry because it is my tested strategy. If it doesn't work out here, will work out 6 out of 10 times, which is right here, nicely pushed higher. So a zone played out nicely. So let's jump on to the commodity zones I've sent to the members, and let's see one by one how the zones played out nicely, and some trades we took in a live session as well. This was a commodity report I've sent to the members on 15th of June last week. If you are my priority member, if you follow me closely, if you follow these reports closely, then trust me, it is not hard to make money. Now, following me in priority group doesn't make you a pro trader. It will give you some good amount of guidance from where to enter, from where not to enter, when to take pullback entries, how do I enter pullback trades, how do I enter from the zones, some basic information. But if you really want to become a full-time profitable and know all the strategy, which I'm going to show you in a very short while, the trade we took according to my course lesson out of the advanced strategy I teach, and if you are my full-time MMTA course student, only then you don't need to wait for my signals reports, because then you mark these reports on your own. You know exactly how I mark these zones, exactly how I enter my trade, and the other strategy I personally trades, which my students are trading, and that is what we discussed in the Discord group as well. So coming back here on the report, Palladium we have right here that I've been sending to my members from last couple of weeks, and finally this week the price came down to my support area, and right here what do we have? A nice hit of the zone, and as you can see how nicely the price hit out of this bullish engulfer. This is not an alien for you, which I've been talking about every single video. Right here, bullish pressure, but we did not enter here. That was aggressive entry. So we chose to enter right here, bullish engulfer, and that hit one ATR target. The reason you're seeing two entries, because first entry is according to my one ATR target. If you are my priority members, sometimes I send you natural gas trade alerts. You see the two targets, and reason I trade commodities with two targets, you know why. So right here, the bigger target has been hit as well, and the smaller target has been hit as well, which is one ATR, which I always talk about in my videos. Nicely hit the targets here with Palladium. We were waiting for the zones, and once the price is inside the zone, only then we enter the trade. Not just when the price hit the zone, when the price forms a condition as well, which is really important. If you remember, observations, conditions, targets, and entries. Observation, market is pushing down inside my area of value. Condition, bullish engulfer. Targets 1-to-1, 1 ATR, more than 1 ATR, and then entries. So once all four factors are fulfilled, then nothing is stopping us to enter the trade. Doesn't matter if it's your stop loss, but as long as you have a stop loss there, nothing can blow up your account. Next up, we have a cotton. So let me show you how nicely the cotton zone played out as well. This is my least favorite commodity, but as you can see, it nicely pushed up right here, pushing up more than 1 ATR target. As you can see, it has a weird ATR. That's why I just kept my stop loss below the wick. Take profit 1-to-1, and that also nicely push up from this bullish engulfer that closed back in the zone, and that pushed the price higher, hitting our targets. Next up, we have natural gas, but that did not play out, so we're going to skip that, and we're going to move ahead to wheat. For wheat, something interesting has happened that I've mentioned in my live session with my members. Now, this was a report I've sent to the members as well, as you can see. Now, initially that hit our take profit, and I've mentioned in this report that I'll be looking in this green area for the possible trades on smaller time frame, and I'm also using the zone again this week for the possible double bottom trades if we get that on 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame. But we did not get a double bottom. Instead, we got our advanced strategy triggered that I teach to my students with the Fibonacci tool with the exact rules. But as we were in a live session, I've mentioned that an entry that has been triggered right here, stop loss here, and take profit here. Let me show you what I've discussed in my live session. And now we can use our Fibonacci tool as well to look for the possible pullbacks. Yeah. And from here, right here, rejection at 50%, and my position will look something like this. Short here, stop loss above this pattern, and take profit. I'm going to do something like this right at 1.618 retracement. So something like this for my possible entries. Sorry, 50% is right here. Yeah, that's good. So you see how nicely the price pushed lower, and that is the benefit of joining the live session. I know most of you couldn't join because of the time difference. That is why you have a recorded session there. Once the live session is over, you can always watch the live session and take your trades accordingly. Now, that was a good example. The zone did not form a double bottom, but instead forms aggressive entry according to one of my strategy, and that nicely pushed lower. Then we have sugar right here. Now, a couple of days ago, I've uploaded a video how to trade morning stars and evening star pattern, and right here I've also mentioned that pattern also happens when the market and candles open above or below in gap, and as you can see, that candle covered the 50% of the previous candle. Doesn't matter if it's not an engulfing candle, as long as it goes down and covers this candle, this red candle. As you can see, that is neither a 50% candle nor 382 candle. So what do we have? An evening star pattern that I've just recently taught you. Feel free to check the video out. That is linked into my playlist, which is how to identify the candlestick patterns. A good example of that, and how nicely the price pushed down from the resistance area, and that has happened on 4-hour time frame. Now it's up to you. I send you the zones, I teach you the entries. Now it's up to you how you use these zones, how you take your entries. If you are confused, you can DM me, Omar, if that's the right entry or not, if it's a valid entry or not. So if you really follow my reports, if you really try to learn, I have the members that is now making money as well. But if you learn my full system, then you will have everything that will help you to become profitable trader. So that is it for the commodities we had last week. And right here, before I finish this video, I'm going to show you this entry right here, an evening star pattern with a gap down opening, a good example of that. Make sure check that video out. Very important. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. Watch it. I have taught you the rules of entries, the rules of stop loss, take profit, and all you need, just go down to my channel, click on the playlist, and right here, the beginner's guide. If you click here, right here, that was an entry I was talking about, morning star and evening star pattern, and right here the candlestick pattern guide and how to trade them correctly. Right here, exact condition you got, and I highly suggest you and recommend you guys to watch that video if you really want to learn and get some good knowledge about entering the trades using the correct candlestick patterns, because in the market there are some candles that is happening and that is invalid. Because of that, you enter wrong trades. So I hope you got a value from the first part of the video, and I hope you have seen and learn the power of entering with conditions. We did not enter the trade with the FOMOs. Do not enter the trades without conditions. We have a different type of condition in the market, and once the rules are met, nothing is stopping us to take the trades. So before I end this video, if you're really serious about learning trading, just go to moneymarkets.uk. If you want to learn full trading system, is the premium plan, and with that there's a lifetime access, and you get standard and standard plus plan for free. And the Stand Plus plan, the difference is you get every single thing which you get here in this plan, but the difference is live session 1 to 2 times a week. As of recently started live session, we are doing once a week, but I'm going to start twice a week, hopefully from next week. So let's wrap this first part and start the second part, which is our analysis part, where I'm going to do analysis of natural gas, gold, silver, crude oil, and we're also going to go through copper as well. Starting with natural gas. So I'm going to talk about long-term and short-term entries, long-term targets and short-term targets for all 4 commodities, starting with natural gas. So what do we have right here? So as you can see, the price broke below this trend line on 4-hour time frame, but in the long term we are still in an uptrend. Let me show you in a higher time frame, on a daily and on weekly. We are above both 50 and 20 EMA. So coming back on daily time frame, at this point, first you need to mark the trend continuation bullish area from where we'll be looking for possible buy trades, which is right here, 2.307, that goes up to 2.462 here on or under. Then we have capital.com if you are trading on this platform, which is 2.470, that goes to 2.575. Then we have NEMEX futures, which is 2.579, that goes to 2.679, an area that is a trend continuation bullish zone. Now I was talking about the long-term bullish entries. Now as you can see, the price is still trending higher, nice gap between EMAs. That is a signal that price is still in an uptrend. Bullish engulfer above 50 EMA shows a bullish pressure. That is why I'm still looking at this area for my counter trend sell trades right here. And then we're going to come back to smaller time frame for sell entries, 3.130, that goes to 3.287. It is a zone right here in red here, from where we're going to look for the bearish engulfers or double top entry conditions. So long run, we are still bullish. If you're someone who have entered right here, stop losses here, take profit right here, and that is something who wants to hold natural gas, which I don't do. I just trade on 4-hour time frame, swing day trading, and once my target is hit, which we recently right here, then we had a stop loss, and then now the price is pushing lower. So long term we are still bullish, but short term we can still look for sell opportunities till this trend continuation bullish area. Till then, what I'm looking at, I'm just looking at bearish engulfing pattern below 50 EMA. If we have that, we are good to go short 1 ATR targets, or you can manage it till 2 ATR. That's totally up to you. Now sometime what happens is, what price action can do, as we are still above 20 EMA on a daily time frame, price action sometime don't form any signal on 4-hour time frame and just starts to push higher when there is no conditions on 4-hour time frame. So when the condition happens, what we normally do, we set stops and target, stop loss and take profit, and we take our trades. But sometimes there is no condition. If you enter without conditions and price pushes up, then it is your fault because you entered without price giving you any sort of signal. So that is why very important to look for your signals, and I'll be looking at my signals on 4-hour time frame at this point, which is my bearish engulfing pattern, and keep on taking shots. Once the price break below this low, I'm going to look for another pullback and bearish engulfer, break below this low, another pullback and bearish engulfer till we are in the zone, and look for the counter trend buy trade. So that's what I'll be looking at. Short term bearish trade, only sell trade, sell pullback entries, which I normally talk about in my videos. Nothing else I'll be looking at. Once we have that, we are good to go short. Let's say if there's no condition and price dramatically push up, in that case I'm start to look for my buy conditions only. So below 50 EMA only sell, above 50 EMA only buy, and we only buy below 50 EMA when the price hit major zones. That is why it is called a counter trend trades. So that is what I'll be looking at. Keep an eye on these zones, keep an eye on your conditions. Ideally I would like to see some momentum below this low, then a pullback, and then a bearish engulfing pattern, and keep on taking shots. Next one, we have capital.com. So right here, as you can see, we are below 50 EMA. All I'm looking at bearish engulfing pattern below 50 EMA, must happen below 50 EMA. Now we have a resistance level which is right up there, which I'm waiting for the price to get to take my counter trend trades. 3.427, that goes to 3.633 for my counter trend trades. Now until the price is trading below 50 and 20 EMA, I'll be looking at my pullback entry bearish. Ideally, I would like to see a break below this low, then a pullback, then a bearish engulfer till we are in this zone which I've just mentioned at the start of the analysis. Wait and see. Once we have a condition, only then we're going to enter our sell trades if we have bearish engulfer below 50 EMA, and must be a valid entry according to my rules. Right here, so exactly the same. The zone above I'll be looking at on NEMEX is 3.089 that goes up to 3.210. Now only pullback entries bearish. Once we have bearish engulfer below 50 EMA, only going to take short till we are in this green zone which I've already mentioned, from where we're going to look for our buying opportunities. For now, wait and see, wait for the conditions. Again, it can still happen that price can dramatically push up without forming any condition. If that happens, we are looking at this level. That is why I've given you both levels, so that anything happens, you know what to do. Above 50 EMA, buy trades; below 50 EMA, sell trades until the price reaches the counter trend trading zones. Next up, we have silver. Silver is now came back in the zone due to the news event we had last week. Now at this point, I'm not taking any trades for silver, but there can be a weak entry, which is a next candle opens as a bullish engulfing candle. If we have that, again, that will be a very aggressive signal. In that case, you can keep a stop loss below, take profit above or till this recent high. Stop loss must be below the wick of the entry candle. But I won't be taking it as an entry. If you're someone who really want to take a risk, the next bullish engulfer will be a weak entry signal, and price will likely push up from here. For me personally, I would like to see a break above this high, then a pullback followed by bullish engulfing pattern. So if you remember, we want to see a break above this high and then a bullish engulfer above this high. And I've already mentioned that it is not a valid bullish engulfer. That is what I've mentioned in my last video clearly, if you have seen that. And as you can see, it did not play out as it was not a valid entry. So exactly the same. I want to see a break above, then a pullback, then a bullish engulfer, and keep on taking longs till we are in this level above right here. Otherwise, I'll wait. For now, we can still expect some range before the price will break out above or break out below. Here on gold, exactly the same as silver, using this trend line as its support right here. Next bullish engulfer can be a weak entry. Stop loss can be below, take profit 1-to-1, or you can manage it till this recent high. So that is what I'll be looking at if I want to buy gold. But again, I won't be taking it as an entry. That will be risky entry. If you are someone who really want to take a risk, that is up to you if you want to enter, and don't take my words on it. It's just my opinion and something I personally use for my own trading. Just my opinion. Nothing should be taken as any sort of trading advice. Now, otherwise, I want to see a break above this high for my next pullback entry. Bullish pullback, then a bullish engulfing pattern. Otherwise, it is pushing up in a trend, not broken below this trend line. That is why I'm not either looking for sell trades. Sell trades will be only happen once the price break below this trend line, then a pullback, then a bullish engulfer, and then I'm going to go short for short term only, as we are still inside the zone. Once we are broken below this zone, only then gold will dramatically fall to the next zones, which I've already mentioned and been mentioning from last couple of weeks, which is right here. So for that, the price must break below this green zone, which is 2,284, that goes to 2,304, a strong support. As long as we are above this zone, we are only looking for buying opportunities and short-term sell trades below 50 EMA. Next up, we have crude oil. Crude oil is still within the box, as I've already mentioned in my last video. Wait for the breakout. Breakout above the box will be a good buy signal. Stop loss can be below this box. Take profit can be 1-to-1 initially. So for that, wait for the breakout. Once we have breakout, we are good to go long. We are still pushing up in a nice trend. All I'm looking at, either a pullback entry bullish above 50 EMA or break above this box. That will be an aggressive entry. So let's see what it forms. Bullish engulfer will be my buy signal, and only taking buy trades as we are trading above 50 and 20 EMA with a nice gap. It's a nice and strong bullish momentum. We have a likely chance that crude oil will push higher towards the next level resistance, which I'm going to mention in my upcoming video. Lastly, we have copper. Copper is ranging sideways. Again, we have this box right here. Just mark your box, something right like this. 4367, that goes to 4588 here on Owanda platform. Now all I'm waiting for the price to break above this box. We had an entry right here which I've mentioned in my live session that hit 180 our target, but for the long term, once we have broken above, I'll keep my stop loss below and take profit 1-to-1. But the breakout above is very important. the more the price range, the more there is a chance the price will dramatically push up. And I'm going to upload a video how to look at this range and how to trade these ranges as well very soon, hopefully by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So wait for the breakout. Breakout above will be an entry, or breakout below will be sell condition and sell confirmation. Price will then likely gonna push lower. So all I'm waiting for the breakout above or breakout below. We are still in a demand zone and we have a liquidity area from where we can expect some nice movement. If the traders decide that the price of copper is going to be expensive, they're going to push it higher. If they decide the price of this particular commodity is going to be cheaper, then it will push lower. So we are just waiting for the agreement. Whatever is finalized, that is what price action will tell us by breaking above or breaking below. So wait with patience, wait for the breakout. Once the breakout happens, we will be confirmed of the trend upwards or downwards. For now, we are in a demand zone. My bias is still upside if we have a breakout above. So that's it for commodities, guys. Hope you got a value. I know it's a long video, but I hope you have learned something out of that. Implement on your trading, do backtesting, do demo trade, don't invest your hard-earned money, and don't directly start trading. Learn first, do demo trade first, gain your confidence, backtesting first, and only then start trading with your hard-earned money. Hope you trade green. See you guys in the next video. Have an awesome weekend. Take care.